All right, yeah,
Right there.
yeah.
Right there.
You got the U.S. Navy that's over in the Baltic. All right, this is a hub right here. This is I said the Black Sea earlier. I meant the Baltic. You know, because all this is these waters over here is all European Union. But what's right over here? Russia. You know, you got military, U.S. military all around here. All right, over here in Afghanistan. All right, they're in Afghanistan and Syria. Okay, so Russia's surrounded. So Russia cannot afford to give up this strategic location here in Venezuela, which that aid that's coming from the U.S. is supposedly going to be coming from these borders, the border of Colombia and the in Brazil.
Mm-hmm.
From the west and from the south. Okay, so yeah, so that's a strategic position that Russia does not want to give up. So they can be all the way over in Russia and be cool because they can just activate those missile defense systems from that's located in Venezuela if that was the case, if they actually did have some S-400 missile defense systems set up, it'd be a lot easier to intercept missiles headed to Russia when they still hovering over the North American continent before they even remotely make it over to that end of the world. But yeah, what would be Nahum?
What you want?
1 and 9.
1 and 9. This is Nahum 1, verse 9. It says, "What do ye imagine against the Lord? He will make an utter end. Affliction shall not rise up the second time."
Right. So Esau taking these lands, all right, and spreading his wickedness over the earth is him trying to afflict Jacob the second time. They're trying to put us back into captivity because Jacob is, the plantation. They want to put us back in that old school captivity. All right. And what you see going on with Venezuela, and America and Russia trying to get their hands, having their hands all up in that situation. They want to put that affliction back on the northern kingdom, but the Lord said affliction shall not rise up a second time. We'll grab Ezekiel 38.
This is Ezekiel 38, verse 1. "And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog in the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and prophesy against him, and say, Thus saith the Lord power, Behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords."
Right. So Gog and Magog being the so-called Russians, and the Lord said He's going to put a hook into their jaws, and He's going to bring them back to
communist ways.
Yeah, that old form of communism, that USSR, that was a force to be reckoned with back in the days, man. And you see that with Vladimir Putin being as they would say, hard nosed against the West. For all the dumb shit Donald Trump is talking, Putin is firing back like that. Like, okay, you want to move shit over here? Well, you know, there's going to be consequences. All right, and that's not something that Babylonians is used to seeing or hearing about, or the rest of the world. They're used to whenever America say something, motherfuckers, snap to it.
Yeah, they snap too.
Yeah.
Verse 5, it says, Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya with them, all of them with shield and helmet.
Right, and Persia is referring to the Iranians, because in 1935, via another coup that America is guilty of, the country Persia was changed. The name was changed to Iran. Ethiopia, which is the Hamites, Libya, all right, them damn sand niggas that's up there in that land. All right, with them, all of them with shield and helmet. So all these nations is going to be back in Russia in that day. Okay.
Verse 6, it says, Gomer and all his bands, and the house of Togarmah of the north quarters, and all his bands, and many people with thee.
Right, I believe Gomer is Turkey, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe so. Verse 7, it says, Be thou prepared, and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them.
Right, so you see a form of Russia being a guard unto these other nations. All right, because there's other things that they do for these other nations as far as guarding them and shielding them from the West that is not necessarily publicized in Western media, but some, take Persia or Iran, for instance. There's certain things that they've done as far as backing them that is known. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But Venezuela is another country that, even though it's not here in the scriptures, it's a country that obviously Russia is backing, not in the sense of it's looking for its well-being, because those are Israelites. It's looking for a way to profit off of that oil, all right, and ultimately to defend themselves against America, using Jake as a middleman.
Yeah.
As a shield.
Because Venezuela is a key. That area and their resources is key to whoever has control over that, man, pretty much is going to win the next world war, so to speak, because the oil that they have is what's going to fuel the machines and stuff that you're going to be using in those wars. So that's why America wants that place so bad, Jumping down to verse 10, it says, Thus saith the Lord power, it shall also come to pass that at the same time shall things come into thy mind, and thou shalt think an evil thought.
Right. So, dealing with Russia, if Vladimir Putin is the president that's in power, when this prophecy takes place, the Lord, there's going to be an evil thought that's going to come into that guy's mind, and they're going to think he gonna hypothetically speaking, or being facetious, Putin just gonna be fucking in one of them, because he's a wild ass nature freak, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this nigga gonna be like he be doing all kind of crazy shit, like fucking riding horses all around remote parts of Russia and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like
damn Edomite.
He be in submarines and shit. Hey, but them deep sea diver motherfuckers that go in that little ass bubble thing, and it's like just one window and they all scrunched up, but they got a propeller thing and they navigating through the ocean and trying to find like new creatures.
Yeah.
That nigga, he gonna be in one of them. You know what I'm saying? And then the Most High gonna put an evil thought in his mind. He gonna be like, push button. He go, tell the motherfuckers push that button.
Push the button.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, brothers being facetious, man. You know, but hey, the Lord gonna put an evil thought into you know, into someone's mind and to further prophecy as
Come.
revealed.
Verse 11, it says, "And thou shalt say, I will go up to the land of unwalled villages."
Right, the land of unwalled villages is America. All right, no coincidence that you got Trump trying to upset prophecy and get a wall built.
Trying to.
Yeah, attempting.
Yeah. Read, no, it says, "I will go to them that are at rest."
Right, look at these people, man. Look at these Americans, man. They're at rest. All right, damn. You you drive around, you walk around, you talk to these people, you watch television, or whatever. You just do a little observing, and you can see that these people are at rest.
Yeah.
You go to a restaurant, and you see how many fat people's in there. And as a matter of fact, there's this fat ass nigga at work, all right, this Edomite. I was eating something, and the rapper, like you can hear the rapper, right? As I, encountered him. But I was like, this fat ass nigga, I was like, this nigga, he hear this rapper, I was like, this nigga wanna look over here so bad to see what I'm eating. I was like, man, he was trying so hard, I was like, this fat ass nigga is like, this fat people just can't help that shit, man. I was like, before I get off this elevator, that nigga gonna look to see what the fuck I'm eating. Meanwhile, his ass was like, it smelled like he literally just got done like eating in the fucking elevator. So I was like, man, these fucking fat ass Americans, man. And lo and behold, when the fucking right before I got off the elevator, he did a real quick, you know what I'm saying?
So double take.
He was like, you fat ass nigga, man. But these people are they're at rest, man. Right? They're fucking their big ass guts tell you that, man. Fucking all the old obese people, man.
Everything. Everybody's obese.
See big ass women walking down the street and shit. These people literally look like demons. You know what I'm saying?
Kids is fat as hell too now.
Yeah.
What the fuck was that?
Oh, that was the fan.
Oh, that was a breaker or some shit.
No.
Reading on, the middle part of verse 11 says, I will go to them that are at rest, that dwell safely, all of them dwelling without walls and having neither bars nor gates, to take a spoil and to take a prey, to turn thine hand upon the desolate places that are now inhabited, and upon the people that are gathered out of the nations, which have gotten cattle and goods, that dwell in the midst of the land.
Right. So America's thought that so long because it's pretty much surrounded by water, and it only has two borders, which is North America, Canada to the north, which they're allied to America. They're pretty much Americans.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then Mexico.
Yeah.
And Mexico is nothing but a super puppet, all right, licking Esau's ass, all right, kissing his feet, popping his toes, all right. That's they're a small border in comparison to Russia, but Esau got them, in servitude, man. Okay, so as the scripture says, this place is a land of unwalled villages, and these people they actually think that they're dwelling safely, and they have neither gates nor bars. All right, because majority of the border is water. So they're like, okay, we got our navy that can patrol these waters, and we'll know about any threat well before it even reaches the mainland. You know what I'm saying? To the north,
the Navy's already stretched thin though.
Yeah, but
everywhere.
But they wasn't thinking about that early on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's why the scriptures say, roughly paraphrasing the latter thought. Like they didn't give thought to to the end.
But they should dwell safely.
That his house shall continue forever. I believe that's in either Job or Psalms. But there's another one too. His ladder is man, it's escaping my mind. So like it, but it dwells with Esau. Didn't give thought to pretty much the end, But we'll grab this last scripture and wrap it up. Jeremiah 50:33.
This is Jeremiah 50, verse 33. It says, "Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together."
All right, you see the situation dealing with Judah, so-called Negroes, West Indians, and Haitians. Look at Haiti. Look at what they're going through. Look at what the so-called Negroes is going through here in America. Look at what Benjamin's going through. All right, that's oppression. All right. And then when along with what's going on down there in Venezuela, look what happened down there in Puerto Rico. All the hell that the tribes is catching, all the tribes is catching hell, man. All right, so we're being, until this day, we're being oppressed together. Okay.
It says, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go.
Right. So they held them fast and refused to let them go. That's Esau, because Esau, all these nations in which we have to go to for the one of all things, which I should say a race of people, because it's Esau who is the one that Israel has to go to for the one of all things. All right, so that's oppression that all 12 tribes is catching. All right.
Verse 34 says, "Their Redeemer is strong. The Lord of hosts is his name. He shall thoroughly plead their cause, that he may give rest to the land and disquiet the inhabitants of Babylon."
Yep. Go ahead.
All right, verse 35, it says, "A sword is upon the Chaldeans, saith the Lord."
Yeah, verse 34 is like it. The Lord, he gonna disquiet the inhabitants of Babylon. These people at rest, they all, the Lord gonna shake shit up, man. All right, these dumbass Edomites ain't gonna know what to do, man. They're all the shit that's going on in society and around the world that these Edomites either know about or don't know about, for them to be at that level of complacency and pride is incredible, man. You know what I'm saying? The whole world knows y'all are a race of devils. All right, they're waking up to that fact, and they're still proud, man. So when the Lord disquiets the inhabitants of Babylon, man, you gonna see the most devilish Edomite that you probably seen on a day-to-day basis, that just a diehard, I'm all about my guns and my MAGA hat and cowboy boots, and like we hate niggers, and that are like rough and tough wannabe motherfuckers that's Edomites. And that when the Lord disquiets the inhabitants of Babylon, you gonna think they was fucking women. Like literally, they got fucking sex changes, man. The way the bitch assness is gonna come out of Esau, man. All right, because Esau's dealing with the creator of heaven and earth, man. All right.
That's right. It says 35. It says, a sword is upon the Chaldeans, saith the Lord, and upon the inhabitants of Babylon, and upon her princes, and upon her wise men. A sword is upon the liars, and they shall dote. A sword is upon her mighty men, and they shall be dismayed. A sword is upon their horses, and upon their chariots, and upon all the mingled people that are in the midst of her.
Yeah, all these heathens, they gonna get it too, man. All right.
And they shall become as women. A sword is upon their treasures, and they shall be robbed. That's be like women, man.
Yeah,
They gonna
bitch
bitch up,
ass
man.
niggas,
They gonna
man.
bitch up.
Yeah.
You know, you see it when just on a minute level,
Yeah.
when Esau think he's big and bad, and then he gets socked in his mouth, and then he runs and calls the police, or will just cower, or just buckle up. You know what I'm saying?
Even when you look at them, you know what I'm saying? Like when they try to be all fucking tough when it's 50 of them, when it's 2 of them, 3 of them, 4 of them, but when you catch that motherfucker by himself and you look him dead in his eyes, man, fucking Esau melts like ice cream. Be
fidgeting and give you that fake, that scary smile, that nervous monkey teeth, yeah. Or they'll look down, or they'll try to crack some joke or say something, try to break the ice. Hey, how's going, bud?
Yeah, want to talk sports and shit.
Yeah. These motherfuckers, they losing their grip, man.
Yeah, they're bugging out, man. They're bugging out, man.
Yeah, buddy. Verse 38. It says, a drought is upon her waters, and they shall be dried up, for it is the land of graven images.
Hey, TV is the ultimate form of graven images. All right, this is the land, America. This place is a land of graven images. Everything that's being projected on television, billboards, newspapers, all that is nothing more than idols and images that Esau wants Jake's souls to be just sucked into, man.
It says, for it is the land of graven images, and they are mad upon their idols. Therefore,
they're mad upon the idols. You know, they're out of their mind, man.
Gone.
You know,
it's crazy with these idols, man.
They're mad that you know, Esau sold them a fairy tale, as well as they're literally out of their fucking minds. All nations believing in a white so-called Jesus. Man, you gotta be crazy to be a dot head. You know what I'm saying? All your ancestors worship some bitch with 8 arms that was blue. You know what I'm saying? And then you know, you forsake that to worship a fucking white man, which both of them is bullshit. But hey, all these nations, they're mad upon the idols, man.
Yeah.
You know.
Verse 39 says, therefore the wild beasts of the desert with the wild beasts of the islands shall dwell together, and the owl shall dwell therein, and it shall be no more inhabited forever, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation.
Yeah, that's talking about Babylon the Great, so-called America. All right. Wild desert creatures is the only creatures that's going to be able to inhabit this place. Creatures that don't need an abundance of vegetation and you know, creatures that survive in the rainforest. You know, they need that type of habitat in order to live. Well, you got certain creatures, the Most High being a power of balance, that can survive on minimal water. You know what I'm saying? On minimal this, on minimal that. You know, gonna be out in the sun all day and be chilling, feeling good. You know.
That's right. Verse 40, it says, as Yahweh overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah and the neighbor cities thereof, saith the Lord, so shall no man abide there, neither shall any son of man dwell therein.
Right. So the same way the Lord took out Sodom and Gomorrah, in which you can still, there's still sulfur. You can still see the sulfur in the soil or on the ground, showing you that it was a fire that destroyed that place, man. All right. So this place, America, is as it says in Revelation 11 and 8, that this place is a spiritual Egypt and Sodom. Okay. And it's you don't got to be a rocket scientist. A little kid can tell you why this place is Sodom and Gomorrah, man. All right, because it's being preached in schools and whatever else, you know. But it ain't gonna be nobody dwelling here in America the same way nobody ever dwelt in Sodom and Gomorrah. All right.
After the destruction, yeah.
Yeah. After it was destroyed with fire. You know. So, you got any final words?
Okay.
All right. So, Lord willing, this was an edifying lesson. Till next time, we say all praises to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakah, Kodash.
Shalom.